Each year, more than 50 million Americans nationwide participate in shooting sports, and that number continues to rise. Living in the rolling hills of Wisconsin, Mark and Becky Yackley have seen the benefits of the shooting sports firsthand. The Yackleys are the country's largest family actively competing in the shooting sports. Over the last decade, Mark, Becky, and their 3 sons have earned over 100 top 5 finishes, 30 match wins, 9 national records, and 6 world shoot medals. This is their story.
All right, so from the first position, you're going to go ahead and shoot the activator for the swinger, and then the mini popper, the BC, and the swinger itself, whatever order you end up being able to get them in.
I would probably go activator, steel, swinger, mini popper.
I'll give you these, I'll fix the target.
So when we go out and practice, one of the things that we kind of, I don't want to say we make Tim do it, we don't. He usually offers to go do it. Is that he'll go out and say, all right, I'm going to set something up, because he'll have some idea of what he wants to do. And I really think it comes from how he is seeing things. That in shooting, you'll hear people say, it's not that you shoot faster, it's that you're doing things sooner. And part of doing things sooner is seeing sooner.
Usually what I look for when I'm setting up a course is figuring out, I'm going to pick something out of our upcoming competitions or matches. Something that I know either I need to work on or the team as a whole needs to work on. I'm going to set up something designed around that, or things that I know we're weak on that we could improve otherwise. Get those done, move to the second position, and then you're just going to do the paper target with the no shoot and the other remaining BC.
Activator, BC, swinger, mini, move, steel, paper. That's it.
That's it.
For us, because he is better than us. I mean, it's hard as a parent, you don't want to sound like the bragging parent, but he is one of the best shooters in the world. When he's the last 2 rifle world shoots that we've competed in, he's been the top placing US shooter. He's, you know, a grandmaster in pistol, all that, he's good. So it's easy to say, all right, you go tell us what we're gonna work on, because you're obviously doing things right and you're seeing things that we probably aren't seeing. Did you shoot twice? No.
I shot twice, I hit it.
No, I'm saying the hole was elongated.
Oh.
Winchester Life is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend. Winchester Repeating Arms. Winchester Safes. Birchwood Casey. Walkers. Shoot United. Make the shooting sports part of your life. This segment of Winchester Life is brought to you by Walkers.
There are a lot of reasons that people participate in the shooting sports. You have a very personal decision that you've made if you decide to shoot a gun or own a gun. The pace of our lives, it's always good to slow down and spend time with our family and friends. And shooting sports really offers you an opportunity to do that while doing something enjoyable. So we could group all of the reasons that people participate in shooting into some big categories like recreational shooting, sport shooting, competition, self-defense, and hunting. And if we look at those a little closer, we'll see that the people who recreate, they literally just want to spend time with family and friends and do something they love. So it's low-key, it's enjoyable, and it's fun. The people who go out and shoot competition, they're competitive people by nature. They want to compare themselves to others. They want to see how fast they can go or how accurate they can be. They want to try to push themselves into new things that they've not tried before. There's also hunting. So maybe you want to provide some good organic meat for your family. Maybe you really feel strongly about stewardship of natural resources. There's also personal protection and safety. So these are all great reasons to participate in shooting. It's a great community of people, and it helps you connect with those around you. For myself in competition, I have friends all over the world because of the shooting sports. So I really hope that this is something you can take and make part of your life and enjoy it along the way. So when we're shooting together at an event, at a match, usually you have a squad order. So you have a squad of maybe 7 to 15 people. It depends on the size of the event. But you'll keep that order, and you just drop a person every time. And so we'll try to separate, oftentimes because we're sharing gear.
Inevitably, 1 out of the 5 of us is going to be first. So not only does that person try to do their best during that course of fire, they also try to scope out what's actually going on in the course, and if there's any problems in any of the stage plans that we came up with. Any things like wind calls on long range, stuff like that, where you're saying, hey, you might want to watch this target. Either it was really difficult to see under pressure, maybe the light has changed, something like that. Little things where even though they messed up, you don't want to have the 4 other people in your team or in your family mess up on the same thing.
One of the neatest and most challenging things about competitive shooting is that you're really competing against yourself. There's a huge mental component to what we do. You might be able to go, set up a drill outside and practice it 100 times, and then you go and you have to perform, you have to deliver. And so kind of conquering yourself in a way, and your own maybe your inhibition, your fear, your whatever's going on in your head that day, or whatever challenge you've been facing, you have to kind of put that all aside and go do what you're going to do.
Let's say time 77:51.
Nice job. That's awesome.
I like just is particularly in practical shooting how there's so much thought that has to go into each course of fire before you shoot it, and you plan out every step, every turn, where you're going to shoot each target from, the order that you shoot the targets. There's exponentially more planning involved in order to pull off this perfect execution.
Birchwood Casey.
Quality ammo is something that it at least needs to be at your level or higher. If your ammunition isn't accurate, well, how are you going to do in a shooting competition? You need to make sure that you're pairing the right ammunition with your weapon, and that it's capable of doing what you need it to do.
The USA Ready ammo, it is making power factor in 40 for our guns, which is pretty awesome. Part of the success is that you figure out what ammo is it that I need to use and what ammo is gonna run my gun. Sometimes shotguns especially can be picky about what ammo they like. And it's one of the reasons that match ammo for shotguns is AA's.
The Winchester ammo we use has been very accurate and always reliable, so that when there is a problem, you know that you need to look somewhere else.
4092, shotgun is clear.
I'm so proud to see everybody out there and shooting and competing, and now, especially that they're older, everybody pretty much operates on their own. They don't need a lot of help, don't need a lot of advice.
anything you do in life that you want to do well, you have to put some work into it. And shooting is the same. But seeing them take that and kind of own it, that makes me feel good inside.
It's more of a peer relationship while we are out there competing. And I think that's something that very few people ever experience with their children, to where we're both at about the same level and we're having this very frank discussion about how something should be done.
You're gonna want to prop up the higher. It's gonna go a little bit that way.
But high, I'm talking right now, getting the elevation.
I mean, you're okay shooting into the ground.
What?
You're okay shooting into the ground. Just go with one. One's okay.
We can have different opinions, conflicting, and that's just, I think that that's something very unique to this kind of sport we're doing and the level that we're shooting at.
Seeing what the boys have done with the opportunities they've had, it makes me, it can't help, I think as an adult, as a parent, you can't help but feel good about it.
I've told them many times, in the end, the key is hard work. And if you're not willing to work hard, then you're probably not going to be successful. By and large, there's too many people that go around and want everything to be handed to them, and they're not willing to put any work to get it. And it's like, all you need to do is get your foot in the door and then just work your ass off, and then you're gonna do well wherever you are.
Anything you do in life that you want to do well, you have to put some work into it. And shooting is the same. But seeing them take that and kind of own it, that makes me feel good inside. Now we're here with Ben, who's Winchester's product manager. And Ben, we're going to talk about USA Ready. We've been using it for several years, our family, we've been shooting it in competition, but what do people need to know? What details should they have?
Well, this is a great training and practice round. You know, it's for those folks who aren't just looking for something to go out and pull the trigger, they're looking for something that's going to have a little bit higher performance. So when we built USA Ready, we looked for our most accurate bullets that we could provide in a training and practice round, as well as we coupled that with match grade primers, and then you can also find the load data on a lot information online. So all the lots that we have on USA Ready, you can go online, you can find your pressure, velocity, just a little extra information about that ammo itself. Those bullets, so you look at the rifle bullets, they're open tip bullets, they're highly accurate. We have flat nose bullets on the pistol rounds, which really are our most accurate bullets that we can build for an FMJ.
Yeah, we love this stuff. You know, for us, like you said, that it's built with match grade primers, and the consistency, it's great for us so we know we can grab this ammo when we have a match and we're training, whatever we're doing, that we are going to get the same results with it every time. And you know, for us, managing our resources when we have 5 people shooting, sometimes that's a little tricky. And we have found that the 223 USA Ready is performing on par for what I'd call mid-range targets, like the 200 to 400 yards. I can just grab this. I don't have to spend time hand loading because it's performing as well as hand loads for those targets. So I can save my time and my resources and just grab it and go.
Yeah, that 62 grain bullet is probably our most accurate 223 bullet that we build, and it's there in USA Ready, and it's super affordable. You know, our white box product is a great affordability product. When you buy USA Ready, you're really only talking, you know, a slight increase in price. You're not talking match grade price point, but you're getting close to match grade accuracy.
Yeah, so when we shoot pistol ammo, especially for a match, I might practice and train with white box because I wanted to get repetitions in or something like that. But when we get ready for a match, I can take this and I'm checking the function of my gun with it, I'm checking my mags and all that, but I'm getting in those last reps with the ammo I'm going to shoot in the match. So
well,
awesome.
That's exactly what we were trying to do with USA Ready.
Yeah. So there's a new product in the USA Ready family. This is USA Ready Defense. So everyone knows a hollow point bullet superior to an FMJ, but what do they need to know about this specific projectile?
Yeah, so USA Ready was initially developed for those folks looking for a bit more. And with so many people coming in right now with new firearms, looking for something for personal defense, USA Ready Defense was really the next, you know, leap in the USA Ready line. We really took our law enforcement technology. So about a year or so ago, we developed a product called Ranger 1. And that uses this hex vent technology. So you'll see in that hollow point there, we actually have a rigid polymer insert that helps to keep material from plugging up that hollow point. Because as you said, FMJs don't perform as well in a personal defense situation. If you get the hollow point plugged up, it'll actually almost turn into an FMJ and over penetrate. With this hex vent technology, it moves that material out of the way. It allows soft material tissue to flow around it and get real consistent expansion and reliable performance.
This segment of Winchester Life has been brought to you by Shoot United. This segment of Winchester Life is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition.
I just love that we got out there. It seemed like we barely got set up, got inside the blind, and then all of a sudden ducks started coming in, and it's just neat to have everybody just jump up and just start kind of blasting away and seeing some ducks come down and knowing like, hey, you know, we're going to be able to have a good dinner tonight, and you know, you're just taking part in something that's so American. Up front right there, hold on, that's like the wishbone. So I would work behind that, just behind it, and then work the rest of that, and then you'll come forward up to the wishbone. You'll be able to get more of that meat out of there. And all the boys kind of jumped right in there when we started breasting the ducks and geese out, and it was just a good experience for everybody.
To me, family it's where we all start and end, right? It's where we begin, and it's really important. You can't do anything without your family, honestly. You're a small little social network, and you have to learn. I think if you learn to function within your family, your own little family team, if you can learn to do that, there's really not much you can't overcome in life, I think.
Being a Marine Corps officer, he's been such a leader to me as I've been a kid and a young adult and teenager. I'm really, really thankful for it.
I'm married to someone who sometimes isn't able to be there because he's there for somebody else or for a lot of somebody else's, like the Marine Corps stuff, you know, that's kind of for the country. And sometimes that's tough. Sometimes it's really rewarding.
To me, I think that flag really just carries home not only a lot of American values, but it's always a constant reminder of what past generations have fought and died for in order for us to have this freedom that we currently have.
To me, the flag is about America, about family. It just represents everything that's good.
I think the reason I get kind of emotional about the flag is that it doesn't symbolize just freedom to me. There's a lot of sacrifice. if you look at the history of our country, it's a big deal.
Trees, your yellow leaves move me. Dancing roofs, your painted red shakes the room. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I know the answer. Let me know when I get closer.
As American families look for new outdoor activities more than ever, the shooting sports continue to grow exponentially. It's been the bedrock in which the Yackley family has lived their lives and has also created structure with a solid foundation for them all to continue living their greatest Winchester life.